Andrew couldn't believe his eyes. A dead man is in a sitting position, leaning on a foot of a giant Santa Claus statue at the center of the town. The man was bathing in his own blood. He looked like he was stomped to death by animals with heavy and piercing hooves. He also has deep long cuts all over his body, as if he was ran over by a sleigh several times. What's even more disturbing is that the man has a signboard around his neck which says, "Naughty." Andrew is standing amidst the gleeful crowd who are celebrating the death of the man. The people are cheering and shouting, "All hail to Saint Nicholas! All hail to Santa Claus!" Andrew was weirded out by their actions. He feels like he is witnessing some kind of ritual of a cult. For being considered as the nicest and safest town in the world, Nicksville sure has very peculiar and alarming personas and characters. Andrew is just on his first day at Nicksville. He was invited by his friend Ray, to celebrate Christmas with his family. On their way to the town, Ray reminded Andrew several times to be in his top and good behavior, and warned him not to misbehave in any way, at least while he is inside Nicksville. Andrew said jokingly that in his entire 20 years of living, he has always been good. Ray said not to kid around because his life depended on it. Andrew saw the seriousness in his friend's face. Ray also added that their town has a unique religion which may be strange to visitors, and that is, their town worships Santa Claus. They consider him as a bringer of peace and justice. Andrew just shook his head but didn't give it much thought. He just wanted to relax and de-stress away from the city. But right now, he found himself in an uncanny and terrifying scene. As Andrew looks at the dead man and witnessed the people's reactions, he never thought that they will behave that way, considering that they worship Santa Claus. At that time, he completely understood what Ray meant on the way to Nicksville. Later that day, Ray and Andrew went to a convenience store to run some errands. The two were looking for some baking ingredients when they heard a commotion at the cashier's area. They hid behind one of the shelves. A man wearing a bonnet and face cover was pointing a gun at the cashier, forcing him to give all the money from the cash register. Surprisingly, the cashier was calm and handed the money without any hint of fear or nervousness. Andrew thought that it was wise to give the money, because life is definitely more precious, but smiling while doing it seems rather strange. Then he noticed the man scratching and poking his ears. He heard the man say to the cashier to stop making sleigh bells sound because it's irritating him. Andrew thought the man is going insane, because he cannot hear any sleigh bells sound inside the store. He asked Ray if he hears anything, and said none. The cashier remained smiling and said nothing. Then after a few seconds, the man's ear began to bleed. He instantly felt extreme pain in his ears and covered them with his hands. The sleigh bell sound got louder and louder. When he can't take it anymore, he ran outside the store, leaving the bag full of cash behind. After the man left, the cashier continued with his usual business as if nothing happened. Andrew was surprised. Ray said that the robber is clearly not from Nicksville, and might just be passing by the town because if he is, he knows the price for his actions. Andrew got curious about what the punishment would be. Ray merely said to wait the following day. The two left the store and roamed around the town. Andrew can clearly see how devoted and dedicated the people are to Santa Claus, because of the real-life statues in every door. Most of them are also wearing Santa hats, coats and boots. He doesn't mind them, but he is bothered by the big smiles fixed on the people's faces because they all seem fake. They all look like trying to be nice to everyone, as if preventing judgment on them. The day went by fast and Andrew found himself looking at the giant Santa Claus statue from Ray's bedroom window. He kept thinking if Santa Claus really killed the man in the plaza earlier that morning. In the first place, he is doubtful if Santa Claus really exists. He tried to forget everything and just went to sleep. The following day, Andrew jogged around town and noticed people flocking in front of the giant Santa Claus statue just like yesterday. He got curious and went there to see what's going on. He was shocked to see the man from the store yesterday. He is dead. And what's even frightening is that, he was killed the same way as the man yesterday. There are hooves marks and cuts all over the man's body, and there is also a signboard around the dead man's neck saying "Naughty." Andrew cannot take it anymore, so he decided to leave town and go back to the city. He doesn't want to be involved in such outrageous charades anymore. Ray asked him to stay, saying that it's dangerous to go out of town at this time, but Andrew insisted. He packed his belongings and drove his car immediately. The road was icy, so he's having a difficult time maneuvering his car. He was almost out of the town's boundary when something massive crossed the road. Andrew got startled and hit it. His windshield was almost shattered. He got out of his car and was shocked at what he saw. It was an enormous reindeer, twice the size of a regular adult one. It was almost dead. Its breathing is faint. Andrew saw its sharp hooves. He got frightened when he saw the reindeer's mouth. He looked at it closely. He fell back when he saw hair fibers and eyeballs which have been chewed. From the looks of it, the reindeer is eating humans. If his hunch is correct, the naughty people who were killed were being fed to the reindeers. Andrew was about to lose his mind. He immediately got into his car and drove at high speed despite the slippery road. He didn't care if he ran over the reindeer, because he wants to get far away as he can from the town. When he reached his apartment, he noticed that the door is open. His heart jumped. He slowly entered his apartment, opened all the lights, then searched for any intruder. He was relieved when he found no one. He's dead tired from the trip and decided to take a nap. But when he was about to close his eyes, he heard sleigh bells ringing.